welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the Rams sideline, a look at their head coach. His guy's off to a real sharp 2-0 start to begin this 2026 campaign. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His guy's also 2-0, so this is a good measuring stick matchup early in the season.
Chris Boswell.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. It might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll go again here with Kamara, and he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Kamara, and he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down. On now is Ariza to punt it away. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchback. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by the highly touted rookie, the #1 overall pick in the April draft, national champion at Indiana, Fernando Mendoza.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Here's Mendoza now on 2nd down. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Rams first down. They'll run it here with Saquon. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. Ray Greenlaw on the tackle. It's a
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, here's Mendoza. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Here's Mendoza. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They only needed one, but it's a gain of 6. And it keeps the drive going.
First down, Los Angeles.
Off the play fake, here is Mendoza. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap for Mendoza. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland.
Mendoza's pass complete to Colston Loveland.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Now the pitch to Eckler. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8 from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. On the draw, it is Eckler. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field, trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll motion over Samuel.
42-yard line.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And they're not going to snap it. We have come to the end of the first quarter of play. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but The rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Mendoza. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
It's 2nd down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
They'll run it with Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Denzel Ward. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. Out of the gun, Mendoza. That's Dobbs, open left side. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
In punt formation.
On is the punter, Cook, and he sends it away. Woo! Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Already Sunday number 3 of the NFL season. Let's remind you of what's ahead. The Rams, who played on Monday night, another national game. In a good matchup, interconference against Denver at Mile High. Followed on Monday night by the Eagles and Bears at Soldier Field. Remember the double doink game from 2018. That comes your way 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Chicago time. On 2nd down, it's Williams. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Williams. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield.
Brings up 2nd and
That
18.
is Max Crosby.
46-yard
He
line.
gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
He was covered by Mansour Delaney.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. They'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. As the Rams go back on offense, there's a look at Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph. Vance, the former head coach of the Broncos for a couple of years, now in season 4, back as their defensive coordinator. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Pollard. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Mendoza. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Broncos offense ready to come back out for this next possession. We'll try to establish some tempo. We'll start this one with 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here's Williams. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's a short one, caught by Loveland. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1.
At the 9-yard line.
To throw on second down, it is Mendoza. This one caught at the 4.
Mendoza's pass.
And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Velus Jones going to bring it out. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Broncos offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Second and long coming up.
At the 12-yard line.
Here's Williams now to throw. Down the field, he's got his receiver, Lazard. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Broncos.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Williams. He got it to Mingo. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
First down. First and 10.
One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On the play action, Mendoza, the pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, here's Mendoza. Moving to his right. Looking for the home run ball deep downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Play fake. Now Mendoza. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Mendoza. This is taken in by Dobbs. Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Broncos nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Broncos offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice. Of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9.
22-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on. Here. The punt team out there for the 2nd time, and that kicks away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Play action, Mendoza. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but That's just a careless throw by the quarterback, and don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant, and this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
On second down, here's Mendoza. Now pass deep for McLaurin. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know that
pressure all around him, and down he goes. The Rams punting unit coming out. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. That is fielded at the 13. And some nifty running on the return to put some good yardage before he was taken down. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Here's Hawkinson in motion. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop.
2 yards on the
They face second down, 8 yards to go.
At the 27-yard line.
In motion comes Lazard. They'll go play action here with Williams. This one caught by Lazard. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Third and 3.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That swung out to Eckler. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. The Broncos bringing out their punter. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. The right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's out of bounds. It's a first down for the moment, but it appears it's not going to stay that way.
Still second down.
Here's Mendoza now on second down. Forced to his right. Now he'll run. And he'll use his legs well there. Pick up of about 7 and sets up a much friendlier third down. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. 3rd and long. Now it's Mendoza. Now a screen set up for Barkley. He's got room past the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Another really nice pickup there, Mike, and we've seen them continue to utilize him in the passing game really from the jump, and these are the kind of numbers you traditionally see out of a #1 receiver. But at least for this game here, he's been their #1 option in this offense.
They'll pitch it to Barkley. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
This will be second down and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Mendoza. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Zion McCollum that time. On the quarter blitz, he gets in there to record the sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Third and long, and here's Mendoza. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep you short of the first down.
The Broncos coming back out as they do. Why don't we peek ahead at what's ahead for them, their upcoming schedule. They'll be at Levi's Stadium next week. Then they go to SoFi to face the Chargers. Then they'll head back home to take on Seattle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2.
28-yard line.
That one tossed right to Eckler. And no room to be found. He'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you...
Fighting for the marker, he loses the football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Now Barkley. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second and 11. Out of the gun, Mendoza. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
Still second down.
Back to throw. Mendoza. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Looking to throw is Mendoza. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. Barkley goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, L.A.
And another score puts them in great shape here In the fourth quarter, Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. And this is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, a combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They're going for it. Here's Williams. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. First down throw for Mendoza. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mendoza. Flush to his right. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They've got the lead. They're in control. In no hurry to snap this, and they'll take the clock down to the 2-minute warning. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. From the gun on 3rd down, Mendoza. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, you have things under control. Not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Velus Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They'll motion over Samuel. Nothing doing there. He's going to go down behind the line. This will be 3rd and long.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Williams. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down. To return, it is Turpin. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.